Welcome back to another episode of Maroon Sports Show. It's episode number 129 as we are all excited as I play a game that I got for Christmas, Mario Tennis Aces. Toad against Chain Chomp. I am Toad, by the way. One of the cool things about this game is that you have the broadcasters out there. It's a red toad and a blue toad. I think that's so cute. Look at them.
It's time for the first match.
Of course, that's a terrible Toad impersonation. There's Chain Chomp. That was hilarious. You get to play as a Chain Chomp. You get to play as PD Piranha. You get to play as, what do you call it, a Fire Piranha Plant. Of course, Toad. There's green, yellow, and blue Toad helping him out. Anyways, let's look at our player stats. Jared Allen, 16.8 points per game, 10.8 rebounds per game, 71.9 free throw percentage. Darius Garland, 19.5 points per game, 7.3 assists per game, and 3 rebounds per game. You gotta love Toad. Oh, Toad's having a tough time keeping up. Evan Mobley, 13.8 points per game, 8.3 rebounds per game, 77.3 free throw percentage. Roy Markkanen, 13.7 points per game, 5.3 rebounds per game, 1.3 assists per game. Ricky Rubio, who got hurt, 12.7 points per game, 6.5 assists per game, and a 33.5 three-point field goal percentage. Of course, that is really frustrating to hear about him getting hurt as Toad is running around. Let's see what Toad does here. Drop shot. Anyways, the game recaps will be here in just a minute. Oh. Yes, sir. Our winning streak ended with a 111-101 loss. Jaylen Brown had 34 points, 6 rebounds. Robert Williams, 21 points, 11 rebounds. Darius had 28. Kevin had 18 and 12 rebounds. Jetty, 13 points, 6 rebounds. We were only winning for basically 1 second, and the Cavs have more rebounds than the Celtics. You know, I had a dream last night that we were able to watch the Cavs again because, of course, we have Dish, and Dish doesn't carry Bally Sports, which is so darn frustrating in my opinion. Come on, let's break his racket. Oh, it worked for Chain Chomp. Did you know the Chain Chomp is based off a time that Mario creator Shigeru Miyamoto was chased by a dog, but the dog was tied to a leash and couldn't move any farther than where he was going? That was the inspiration for Chain Chomp. It's pretty interesting. As Toad gets the job done. We'll see what Chain Chomp does here. Oh, that was nice. Anyways, we got back to our winning ways. Oh, he blocked that. I blocked that. Okay, good. I want to break his racket. Because if you run out of rackets, the game's over. What was that from Chain Chomp? Anyways, the Cavs won 144-99 against those Toronto Raptors. Kevin and DG, 22 points each. D. Wade and Denzel Valentine, 17 points each. Laurie had 20 points. Yuta Watanabe, 26 points. Chris Boucher, 21. We scored 72 at the half and put up over 100 by the end of the third quarter. And of course, last night we blew a big lead to those pesky Pelicans, 108-104, and what was a close game. And I'm just saying, if we had, who do you call him, Darius Garland that night, Jared Allen that night, had Ricky Rubio not gotten hurt, things I think would have been dramatically different. Of course, that's really frustrating to see poor Ricky Rubio getting hurt out there. Hopefully he gets better. Hopefully he can recover really quickly. And now time for Tommy's picks. Capital One Bowl Mania. Miami, Ohio beat North Texas 27-14. Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl. UCF beat Florida 29-17. Of course, a fight happened there. Georgia State beat Ball State 51-20. In the Cook Lane Bowl, Western Michigan beat the tar out of Nevada 52-20. 24. Of course, we'll see what happens here. Knew it was going there. I'll get back to the recaps in a moment. Uh-oh. Anyways, Houston beat Auburn 17-13. Air Force won against Louisville. Couldn't tell what was the final score for Texas Tech, Mississippi State, or Minnesota, West Virginia. I apologize for that. Come on, Toad. Oh, he's going to block it. And he's going to get an advantage right there. Wow. Whoa. Uh-oh. I think Chain Champ's going to win. No way you get there. You'd expect a Chain Chomp to destroy Toad in anything, but I guess in tennis, Toad's making it look interesting for the time being. Ah, stupid Chain Chomp. No way he gets there. The Titans beat the 49ers 2017. The refs once again find ways to rip off the Browns. There was no pass interference on that 4th and final pick by Baker Mayfield, which was absolutely ridiculous, whereas there was pass interference written all over it, and the refs once again mess us over again. It's getting ridiculous to the point in which I'm starting to think that these games are kind of rigged against the Browns. It is completely stupid, and I absolutely hate it. Oh, Chain Chomp got there in time. Rats. The Colts beat the Cardinals. Cardinals have lost 3 in a row. 22-16 was the final. The Eagles beat the Giant Losers 34-10. Hard to believe that Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni doing well. Of course, Nick Sirianni was at Mount Union once upon a time. I think he knew Coach Gibbons when he played there, which is actually kind of cool, come to think about it. And then the Rams beat the Vikings 30-23. Bills took down the Patriots and reclaimed first place with a 33-21 win. And Tampa Bay with another easy win, steamrolling the Panthers 32-6. And in case you don't know, Cam Newton is not good anymore. Cam Newton kind of sucks. And speaking of sucks, Sucksonville with a loss to the Jets. Jets. Can't call them the Jets. Suck when they won. Come on. Toad. Uh-oh. That was just begging to be crushed. Oh, you can hear Toad yell, come on. Anyways, Falcons beat the loser Lions 2016. Texans beat the Chargers. I don't know how the Texans beat the Chargers. That is beyond me on how they were able to do such a thing like that. Here's Toad gonna use his super Toad dive. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, drop shot. He's not gonna get there in time. Oh, that's ridiculous. And the Bengals beat the Ravens 41-21. They're close to clinching the division. Fire Matt Nagy beat the Deadhawks 25-24. Matt Nagy keeps his job for the time being. How long will Matt Nagy be there? I have no idea. Gotta love Toad. Even though Toad is losing. What? Should I use my power up? Anyways, The Chiefs are on a roll, beating the Steelers 36-10. Raiders keep their playoff hopes alive with a 17-13 win over the Broncos. But keep in mind, the Broncos aren't out yet, just like us. They're 7-8. And then the Cowboys shellacked the football team 56-14, 2 defensive touchdowns for the Cowboys, and failed to the football team. Their hopes and dreams of basically doing anything are just about dead now. And another Free Willy winner. They've won 7 in a row, 20-3. So here we go. I have over 100 losses now on the regular season. And of course over 100 wins plus 1 tie. I'll tell you what it is in a moment's notice. Come on, Toad, you got this. Ah, rats. Wait, this is good. No way he's doing anything about this. How? 138-101 and 1 this season. 147 points. College football bowl mania. Here we go. Guaranteed rate bowl. West Virginia against Minnesota. I'm picking Minnesota to win that. The Cheez-It Bowl. Clemson against, I believe, Iowa State. I picked Clemson to win that. Should be a good bowl game right there. Oregon's going to beat Oklahoma at the Valero Alamo Bowl. And Duke's Mayo Bowl. North Carolina going to beat South Carolina. Tennessee to beat Purdue. Purdue to beat Tennessee in the Music City Bowl. Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Whoa, I wasn't ready. I was paying attention to my picks. We'll be talking about that service ace for years to come. No, Blue Toad. I was looking at my computer screen. Orf. That's right, Shane Chump. You weren't going to get that. Could be 5-3. Anyways, I think Pitt's going to win with Kenny Pickett. Of course, he is a he was a Heisman candidate this year. Definitely going to be a first rounder in the NFL. Pitt's star quarterback indeed. He is very good. And nice job there by Toad. 1 point away from advancing. Wisconsin against Arizona State. The Las Vegas Bowl picking Wisconsin. And Wake Forest is going to beat Rutgers at the Gator Bowl. Of course, I believe it was supposed to be Texas A&M at the Gator Bowl. But then they had a mass COVID outbreak. You know, the one thing that I don't understand is that, of course they have to do that with all the COVID stuff. Why can't they just delay the game for 10 more days? That makes no sense in my opinion. I mean, why punish them for a COVID outbreak? Now with the CDC saying 5 days for quarantining. Oh, look at how happy Toad and Blue Toad are. If you're asymptomatic, why couldn't they just do that? Like, postpone it for 5 days. Or 10 days. It's mainly 10 days, really. Looks like Bowser's going to play Toad, and Mario's going to play Rosalina. Everyone had a knockout except me, huh? Anyways, Washington State against Central Michigan at the Sun Bowl. I'm picking Central Michigan to win that. The Cotton Bowl Classic on New Year's Eve. Gonna be the college football playoff semifinals. Alabama against Cincinnati. You know what? Alabama showed its flaws, and everything that Cincinnati has done this year, they've proven all the doubters wrong. I, for one, am picking the Hoodie come Cincinnati Bearcats to win in a big upset. And Michigan's going to beat Georgia in the Orange Bowl because Georgia, as we all know, never wins a big game. Just like my favorite school, Notre Dame. Outback Bowl. Penn State against Arkansas. Picking Arkansas. The Verbal Citrus Bowl. Iowa against Kentucky. Picking Iowa. The PlayStation Fiesta Bowl. Oklahoma State facing off against Notre Dame. Picking Oklahoma State. Rose Bowl game presented by Capital One Venture X. It's Ohio State against Utah. I'm picking you guys, Ohio State. Sugar Bowl, Ole Miss against Baylor. Picking Baylor. Texas Bowl, Texas Bowl. LSU against Kansas State. And Brian Kelly's debut there because Brian Kelly left in the middle of the night. Picking Kansas State. Hopefully the Marcus Freeman era starts off well. Ooh, good job there, Toad. Jeez, Bowser's just gunning it. And there we go. Team 1. And then failed to the football team against the Eagles for the NFL. I'm picking the Eagles. They'll go to 9-7. Ravens against the Rams. Everything needs to go our way. I'm picking the Rams. Jets suck against the Buccaneers. My lock of the week, the Buccaneers. But yet again, keep in mind, this is the same Jets team that took down the Titans and the Bengals this year. Yeah, the Titans and the Bengals. Oh, good job there by Toad. No. Why would the announcer Toad be happy about Toad struggling? Wouldn't he rather be upset? And Titans Free Willy upset of the week. Free Willy Miami on a big run. They've won 7 straight. I'm picking Miami to win it. And then the Patriots against Saxonville. Gonna pick the Patriots to win that. Remember when Jacksonville was Saxonville, not Saxonville? Colts against the Raiders. Of course, Carson Wentz has COVID. So in my opinion, I think the Raiders are gonna keep their playoff hopes alive. Bengals against the Chiefs. Chiefs have been rolling lately. And the Bengals, they're a good team, but I think the Chiefs are a little better. That's gonna be probably the biggest game of the week. I'm picking the Chiefs to win that one, though. Drop shot. Look at that. Bowser's nowhere near it. Toad's running. He's like, yay! And then Tank Bull, the Giant Losers against Fire Matt Nagy. Picking Fire Matt Nagy to win that. And then the Bills against the Falcons. I think the Bills are going to win. The Falcons will go to 7-9 on the campaign. And the Bills will remain in first place. All they need are 2 wins to clinch the AFC East, or 2 losses from the Patriots, or 1 win and 1 loss. That's all they need. 1 win from the Bills and 1 loss from the Patriots. They can clinch this week. And then you have 49ers against the Texans. I'm picking 49ers. Chargers against the Broncos. You know what? I think the Broncos keep their playoff hopes alive against Justin Herbert and the Chargers. Because you know what? Here's the thing. If you get destroyed to the Texans out of all teams, you kind of lose my respect. Kind of like how the Cardinals lost my respect and lost everything, all the positivity and optimism from me when they lost to the Lions. And speaking of the Lions, Tank Bull, Seahawks against the loser Lions. I'm picking the Seahawks. Saints against Cam Newton is bad. He's bad. I am picking the hoodie column. Saints. Cowboys against the Cardinals. Should be a good game, but I think the Cowboys have that one all to themselves. Packers against the Vikings. Another good game. I think the Vikings' playoff hopes and dreams are going to die with the Packers win. Of course, you just don't mess around with the Packers, do you? No, you don't. Oh, it went out of bounds. How about that? I win that set. And that's Steelers against the Browns, Monday Night Football. I am picking the Browns to win that. Hopefully we win it. That would be really nice. Here comes Toad's super Toad dive. Look at Toad go. Right where Bowser is. Nowhere near. 15 love on that hit. And of course, what else was I going to do today on this episode of Time and Sports Show? Oh yeah. Of course, for those that are unaware, probably heard about the tragic news yesterday about John Madden dying. I'm going to honor him by making a tier list of Madden. So, if I can put this down and put this right where my computer is. That's right, the computer. If I can see that correctly. Let's look. Let's make a tier list of all the Madden games ever. If I can straighten this out. The ones that I've played. You know what? The ones from 2001 onwards, okay? 2001 onwards. To honor probably the greatest football personality of all time. Madden 2001, where do we put that, you might ask? I put it in the good section because it was a good game. Not the best, of course, not what was to come years later, but it was still good. Madden 2002, that in my opinion, great game. Let's see. Yeah, that's definitely a great game. Whoops, not amazing. Great game in my opinion. Of course, definitely sad to hear about that, especially 3 days after the All Madden documentary. And then you have the Madden 2003. That would definitely be amazing. Not even close to, or of course, what else would it be? Of course, if you recall from my top 10 greatest PS2 sports games of all time, I put it on there. And speaking of top 10 greatest PS2 sports games of all time, can't talk about Madden without talking about the legendary Madden 2004. Greatest Madden ever, not even close. Not even close. And Madden 2005 is indeed amazing. Not the greatest Madden ever, but probably the second greatest Madden. And Madden 06, I'd say if not for the vision cone and if they didn't change up a lot of the things, it would be amazing. But it sort of feels like a step backwards, especially considering the fact that the Xbox 360, of course, that was actually a gift I got, Madden 2006. Very generous gift. Madden 2007, never played it, but from what I can tell, also looks like a great game. So we'll put it right there. And then Madden 08, Scott the Law's favorite. If you watch Scott the Law's, you know, hey y'all, Scott here. If I can find it, there it is. That would be a great game as well. That was the last one with Madden cards. Madden 09 didn't have Madden cards, so that would be good. Same with Madden 10 and Madden 11. Of course, I'm referring to the PS2 versions. And Madden 12 was a good game, whether if it was on the Wii or the other ones like the PS3 and Xbox 360. Madden 13 revamped the franchise mode with connected careers, high risk, and it was a marginal reward, I guess. The game was definitely a step backwards, but I think it's somewhat underrated. I'll give it a decent. And then you have Madden 25. That game was also decent. Then you have Madden 15, which was below average. Madden 16, where's that? Madden 16 was bad, a step in the wrong direction again. Madden 17, if I can find that with Gronk on the cover. Where on earth is that one? There it is, I'm blind, also bad. Madden 18, that's another terrible one. If I can find that one, it's right there. Trash. Madden 19, also trash. Madden 20, also trash. Madden 21, where was that? I could have sworn I saw it somewhere. Now I'm either blind up. Worst Madden ever, along with Madden 22, also worst Madden ever. So that's it. That is my tier list of all Madden games from 2001 and onwards. If I can show you all. Yep. Greatest Madden ever, 2004. 2003, 2005 are amazing. That was peak Madden. Great Madden, 2002, 2006, 07, and 08. Good was 2001 from 9 to 12. Decent was 13, 15. Below average, 13 to 25. Below average, 15. Bad, 16, 17. Trash, 18 to 20. And worst Maddens ever, I think most folks would agree, are Maddens 21 and Madden 22. Of course, definitely a very sad day in football. So if I can get this all excited or all set up, there it is. Maybe one day, or maybe during Mr. Hornet, which would be on March 19th, I can honor him with a Celebrity Jeopardy thing. By the way, in the link in the description, there's a Google form. This is on YouTube. Hop on Time Room Sports right now if you're on WCTV, and go to my latest episode, which is Time Room Sports Show episode 128, Mario Tennis Aces and Madden tier list. And in it, there's a link in the description that leads to a Google form on what I should do for Mr. Hornet. I'm split right down the middle. I've had responses that are so mixed. It's either do the top 10 greatest Cleveland sports moments of all time, but me announcing it, or grab 3 of my friends and do Celebrity Jeopardy based off the famous SNL skit. I know who the 3 celebrities would be. They'd be John Madden, Burt Reynolds, of course, and of course Sean Connery. I don't know which one I would do. I'm so split down the middle on that. Everyone I've been talking to has been split down the middle on that. They say it's a tough decision. I've been getting responses for both, basically the same amount. I'm leaning towards announcing the 10 greatest moments, but I could see myself do Celebrity Jeopardy as well and honor Madden. It'd be a heaven edition as well, because all of those folks are dead. So, till then, I'm Time Room for Time Room Sports Show. So long, everybody.